Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Show. We are here today covering Leeds versus Barnsley. Leeds 4 points away from promotion to the Premier League. And as it stands, it's Leeds 1, Barnsley 0. And they're 1 point away from a possible promotion tomorrow night. In fact, if Leeds continue to lead and go on to win this game, then they can go up tomorrow night. They have not, however, had it all their own way in this half. I think fair to say that they're missing Kalvin Phillips in that midfield, but they are doing the job, and it's very, very tense, but they'll take it. It's 1-0. Please let yourself be known in the chat by sticking a thumbs up. Get your comments in, what you thought of the first half, what you can see playing out in the second half. We'll get to those, just go through all of the action. First, a quick plug to say that we will be back here at full time, obviously, as well. We'll review the game, and then we'll have a good old Q&A and a chat. So do come after the game. That will be at about 6:55 generally, with these 5 p.m. kickoffs. There is the artwork. Now, first things first, the commentators and a lot of the apps I've been checking found the Leeds shape very confusing. We expected Kalvin Phillips to come out and Ben White to just go in and sit in central midfield, and Berardi to go into Ben White's position at centre half. That didn't happen. Obviously, we've had this quirk of Bielsa that if there are 2 forwards, he tries to have an extra man at the back. And we've heard about this fabled 3-3-1-3. This is the closest I think I've seen to it. So Berardi is a right-sided centre-back. Ayling in the middle, the right-back, of course. Cooper is a left-sided centre-back. Then Dallas operates down the right as a wing-back or as a midfielder. Not entirely sure. He seems to be in line with Ben White, the defensive midfielder. And I think the idea is Jack Harrison's supposed to be there, although it's not quite an obvious line. But if you want to call it a 3-3-1-3, you could say that was the next layer, which would then leave you Matthias Klitsch as the one who is clearly forward of Ben White. Then Helder Costa is a little bit narrower than usual, not quite, I'd call him an attacking midfielder, right centre, if we're talking Football Manager terms, which does then move Tyler Roberts over a little bit. It's never a free up front, but I get the idea. What I'm trying to say is it's not a back four, and it's not a conventional 3-5-2, 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. I know Leeds fold into this position a lot in normal play when Phillips goes backwards and the others go forwards, but you don't often get the 2 rows of 3 immediately. So interesting from Bielsa, and it didn't really work that well, actually. They weren't as smooth as we're used to with Leeds. I think White grew into the game, and towards the end of the half, we started to see a little bit more flow in the play. On 10 minutes, a really, really good opening, however, for Barnsley. And this is the thing that Leeds did give away a couple of chances. And Barnsley, without any word of hyperbole, could have gone 2-0 up in this game. First of all, here is Jacob Brown. He's been played in by Woodrow, who's out of shot there. And I paused it there because he wants to take this on his right foot. And you can see what a good opportunity it is if he either takes a touch with his left foot and hits it left-footed now, or he tries with the outside of his right foot to control it, but just to move himself in closer to goal. What you will see from these images is that Ilhan Meslier does really well in goal, but look at the next shot, how he stitched himself up. So between those 2 shots, Brown doesn't actually have more than 1 touch. And now look how hard the angle is. Meslier's got his angles perfect, as you can see there. He puts it across goal. I think he's trying to just bend it for the far corner. And look there, Liam Cooper actually does a very good job of getting out the way of it. But in terms of the opening, at the point he's played through, look at that. A real big chance there missed. However, an even bigger one is going to be missed on 27. It's just a simple set play, but it's a very good set play, actually, from Styles, who's going to take it left-footed. But instead of either an outswinger or a flow, he kind of drives the ball into the box. It's a really good corner. Catches Leeds out. I don't have the still of it, but it's no exaggeration to say that Anderson is in the middle of the goal, no more than 6 yards out. Meslier wouldn't have a chance. They don't have a man on the far post either. Anything on target towards that corner, and he scores there. It's a bad miss and 2 decent chances. So we all know what's coming next, don't we? And here come Leeds to take the lead. So the Anderson missed chance was on 27, but it's quality actually from Click in midfield. He plays Bamford, and you can see Bamford initially, he tries to put a crossover. That's Anderson, you can see, who's gone to ground. He's blocked it, but it's run for Bamford, who's going to cut that ball back from the byline. You can see Solbauer arriving with Helder Costa. Bamford is trying to find Costa, and Solbauer gets it all wrong. You may not be able to see from the still, but he's gone with his right foot at that, when if he goes with the left foot, he's going to clear it. Obviously not comfortable, and there you can see the ball nestling in the back of the net, and Pat Bamford wheeling away, celebrating. So from one end, and a big chance for Barnsley, to the other, and the opening goal for Leeds. Well played, Klitsch. Lovely. Could have played the ball down the wing, and he just cuts back on it in the last minute. Good play by Bamford. Kept going. He won't get an assist, obviously, because it's an own goal. But we all know in normal speak that he's set that goal up. So he continues to have goal contributions in pretty much most of the games since they've come back, hasn't he? Leeds started to build up a bit more possession. Barnsley, their heads dropped a little bit. Costa gets forward, tries to find Bamford, poor clearance on 38, and Klitsch has a shot blocked. And in the main, that bit of territory towards the end of the half belonged to Leeds. But if we bring the stats up, you will see that glaring thing in the Barnsley column there, the big chance, which will undoubtedly be going down as Anderson's header. Brown probably too wide for that to class as a big chance from the point where he hits the shot. But look at that, 4 shots apiece, an own goal. Barnsley will be kicking themselves. The fact they're losing this game, they only 2 chances they get could have had a 2-goal lead in this one. As we would expect, Leeds double the passes there. 31 attacking third passes already, 15 take-ons to 4 and 11 crosses to 4. Look at that, 25 tackles already for Barnsley. Other than the finishing, their game plan has worked, Barnsley. But we're at the point now with Leeds where I was saying at half-time, well, Stoke's game plan has worked. And then, of course, I got reasonably comments saying, well, why are they losing 1-0, Ben? And that's the point now where teams are setting up a game plan and Leeds is, and it's kind of working. And Leeds are still managing to find a way, I suppose. They're just in the habit of winning now, 8 wins and 24 points from the last 10. But you can see by the number of tackles they've won, particularly in midfield. Without Phillips there, it's obviously easier to get the ball off Leeds in midfield. And they have created one more than called big opening. It annoys me. It's not classed as a big chance purely because Jacob Brown makes the wrong decision in terms of his first touch. But the opening is a big opening. So going to be an interesting one. You would think Bielsa puts Hernandez in here. Does he try and get back to the 4-1-4-1? There's many options of sort of doing that. He could bring Douglas in or Alioski to free up the left back position and bring Stuart Dallas into a midfield position. I don't know whether he's going to want to stick Ben White back into the back 4, maybe. Then Ayling right back, Berardi centre back, Douglas left back. But then Dallas, I guess, would have to play. I don't know whether he's going to do that. It'd be interesting to see what he does, whether we'll get any subs. We're coming up towards the end of half time. Let me get your comments in, guys, and we can see what you think. Lana says, poor first half for a team that's going. We're crap when it comes to corners. Both wingers very poor. But come the moment, come the man, Pablo. Yeah, I'll defend the wingers on the basis Jack Harrison has been essentially moved back towards a wing-back position, and Helder Costa is in a half position, isn't he? Kind of right or centre. But yes, fair point. Not very good, but winning. Yeah, that's the deal, isn't it? I agree. Tim says, against our local rivals at this time of the season, you don't need to be good. You need to be lucky. Yeah, I suppose you can call it lucky if a team misses their chances. I more call that poor finishing on the team. So I don't know how lucky Leeds have been. They've done what they need to, but certainly you would think another 2 chances like that conceded, they will concede a goal. So Khalid, not at our best, but winning. And that's a sign of champions. Absolutely agree with that. Katie says, get the job done, Leeds. That's from a Wigan point of view. Matthew says, Pablo time in the second half. I'm waiting for them to cut back to Sky and see Pablo get ready. Surely he's going to. Don't care how he scored. It'll do, though. Come on, Leeds. Absolutely. Jin as well says, I'll take that. Not bothered about the performance. We need another goal. Barnsley playing out of their skin, simply saying we're poor doesn't do them the credit they deserve. They're playing. They have a game plan that they're executing reasonably well. I think to say that they won 3-0 at Fulham, so we have context for Barnsley playing out of their skins. But Craig says, not nervous at all, being open, but that's the way we prefer it. Early second half goal. And remember, in the Fulham game and the Stoke game, we got an early second half goal. 2 good chances for Barnsley. They're doing well. Frankly, Leeds are doing enough. Not missing Calvin. Issue is new system with 3 at the back, but not an issue because we're not exactly in trouble. But surely, Heretic, the only reason you're playing the new system is because Calvin's not there, unless he's doing it to say, there's 2 forwards. I think 2 things can be true. I think they are missing Phillips, and I think the new system is an issue as well. I don't think it's black and white and one causes the other. I've got some pictures now from Ellen Road. Are we going to see Pablo Hernandez warming up? Happy we scored, but not happy with we set up. Ayling playing middle centre-back makes no sense. His attacking ability is his strong point. Harrison isolated on the left is weird too. Interesting. All good points. It's certainly not. Sometimes we come on here and analyse games, and it's obvious what's happening, isn't it? But this one's on. Badger says it's been very pedantic. Well, they couldn't have gone 2-0 up because to go 2-0 up, you first have to go 1-0 up. Okay, I'll use language you like. Hopefully, better, Badger. They missed 2 good chances. There you go. I think you knew what I meant. Tim, with a donation there. Thank you so much. I will drink to that. I don't know what the currency is there. Some type of dollars, and 20 of them as well. Luke Thomas is on. And Jaume is on. That's some pace. Now, Jaume's off for Barnsley. That's some pace in. Any sign of Pablo? Are we? Yes. Hernandez is on. I think there's one other super chat that I just need to say thank you to. I do appreciate all of your comments, of course. No, there isn't. But there you go. Thank you so much for Tim. For that, right, we're about to go into the second half. We'll have a look at the change of system. Thomas on for Barnsley, Hernandez on for Leeds. I'm going to head downstairs, catch this second half. Please come back full time. About 5:50, we will see you back for Leeds versus Barnsley. It's Leeds 1, Barnsley 0. As it stands, Leeds will be 1 point away from promotion. I'm just going to run this because Barnsley are on the attack. Looks like Leeds have got numbers back. Oh, nice football, actually. They're into the box on the right-hand side. Oh, it's falling on the edge of the box. And Meslier makes the save. Right. Decent start to the second half for Barnsley. I will see you at full time. Over and out.